Adi Shankaracharya defines these four faculties of the mind. Manas, this is the logical mind, or the sensory or the lower mind. It receives stimuli and processes the information assimilated through sense organs. It is responsible for our immediate instincts and responses to external stimuli. Buddhi, this is the intellectual mind, also called the conscience or the discerning higher mind. It analyzes information, discriminates right from wrong, and evaluates the data processed by the lower mind or manas. It is responsible for decision making. Chitta, this is the subconscious mind, also called the memory bank. It attaches to objects and ideas, people and places from the past and the present. It stores impressions and experiences and remains active even in deep sleep. It is responsible for our behavior based on these accumulated impressions. Ahankara. This is the ego, also called the doer or the I maker. It identifies with the body, decides, judges, and claims ownership and doership. When it shows a craving or aversion towards the sense objects, guided by pleasure-pain principle, it is manas, the mind. When it makes decisions on the basis of good and bad, right and wrong, beneficial and harmful, it is buddhi, the intellect. When it gets attached and gravitates to an object, idea or person, it is called chitta, the subconscious. When it creates a sense of I or the self and misidentifies with the body or worldly objects, it is the ahankara, the ego. A balanced interplay among the manas, buddhi, chitta and ahankara is necessary for holistic and balanced decision making. Many spiritual practices recommend meditation and mindfulness to integrate these four faculties of the mind. Sage Patanjali presents a prescient analogy of the mind-body as a wheel. The outer rim of the wheel is like the body, and the four spokes of the wheel are the four faculties of the mind. The wheel cannot move without the four spokes acting together. Similarly, the body cannot act unless the four faculties of the mind generate such action. In the middle of all this action, the central axle remains unmoving. This axle is like the Atman or the soul that remains an unaffected eternal witness to the actions of the body and the mind. Like the wheel cannot move evenly without the four spokes moving in coordination, a human being cannot act well without complete coordination of the manas, buddhi, chitta and ahankara. If manas, with its sensory inputs, and the chitta, with its stored impressions, team up with ahankara, with its self-serving ego, completely ignoring the buddhi, with its rational analysis, the final decision would be absolutely wrong. This illustrates the necessity of harmonious cooperation between the four faculties of the mind to our everyday decision-making and worldview. To ensure this harmony, Sage Patanjali points to the eternal unaffected soul. Just like the fixed axle ensures the smooth motion of the spokes and the wheel, the eternal soul powers the mind and body. Sage Patanjali teaches us to go through the spokes and settle at the axle, to bear witness to the four faculties of mind and remain rooted in the soul. This observation of the mind's four faculties from the vantage point of the soul happens through meditation. Meditation purifies the mind, and a pure mind clears the way to the true knowledge of self. We observe the external world as full of objects and impressions called rupam in Sanskrit. This observation happens on three levels. The eyes see the form, the rupam. Similarly, other senses observe the impressions. It is the mind that observes the eyes and other senses that see the form, the rupam. But who observes the mind? The mind is not you. You are the observer of the mind. It is the self that observes the mind and all the mind's observations and impressions of the worldly forms, the rupam.
Rupam drishyam, lochanam drik, tad drishyam draktu manasam. Drishya dhivrittaya sakshi, drageva natu drishyate.
Form is observed, I is the observer. That I is the observed. Mind is the observer. Mental activities are observed. The witness is the observer. But that observer, the soul, is not observed. This is the Drigdrishya Viveka.